Where am I? Keep still. How do you feel? Well, not too bad. Good. You've been asleep for a long time. This is a church in Solia. You were washed up on the beach outside. Did you save me, Miss? My name is Eleanor. I'm not a nun, but I am helping the priest of this church. Are you from Lodis? I am a knight of Felis. My name's Alphonse. Alphonse Lower. We were heading for this island by ship, but a storm hit and we lost our way. With our ship in shambles, we were attacked by pirates. Did you fall overboard? Something like that. I'm not much of a swimmer. Maybe a mermaid saved you. But there aren't many left. But there still might be some living around here. Totally butchered that sentence. Mermaid? A woman with a fish's tail? It was a long time ago, but once I saw a beautiful mermaid. Her whole body was shining in gold. Looks like you have almost fully recovered. Who are you? My name is Ivana. I was once a soldier of Vernaculus, but now I am on my own. Eleanor, may I speak with him a little? Of course. You said that you were a soldier from Vernaculus? Was that with the Northern White Fang troops the cause of this island's troubles? That's right, but that was nearly 10 years ago. Eleanor told me about what happened to you. I wanted to speak to you. Felis, the Order of the Sacred Flame. You were sent here by the Lodis at the request of Answer? I've heard that in Skibellum, there's a group of knights in unfamiliar armor. Are they comrades of yours? There are no organized troops in the south, and their accent and manners are different. Rumors spread quickly. We were separated by the storm. If this is true, then I must contact them. I have some errands to take care of in Skibellum, so I'll go with you. I'll come again tomorrow. See you then. I'm glad you found out where your comrades are. I appreciate your kindness. I will leave here tomorrow afternoon. Thank you. You're welcome. Eleanor, where are you? Eleanor! Father Hayman's calling me. I have to go. Father Hayman? He's the priest here. And my foster father. Ah, I'm coming! Basically, at this point, you now have the option to save your game, load a previous game, get some tips from a pumpkin head, return to title, and change your options. So, this is Draco Breach reporting in. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tactics Ogre, a Knight of Lodis. This time we are going to go to Skibellum, and, well, we'll continue on from there, but give me one moment, I'm going to actually save the game. And off to the second mission.
What do you know?
So quiet. It doesn't seem like a port city. Since the White Fang troops arrived, the people in the towns around here have been more cautious. This port used to be bustling with activity. Who's there? How rude to ask questions without first introducing yourself. The woman in the middle looks like a knight of Vernaculus. They've already filtered into this town. We may have no choice but to fight them. She's from Vernaculus? I guess from her attire that she's a spellcaster. Alphonse, be mindful of the elements. You know about the 4 natural forces that protect us, right? I personally do, but for the benefit of my audience, what's an element? Element? What's that, Ivana? Earth, water, fire, and wind. These are the forces of nature. Elements play an important role in battle. For example, if characters with opposite elements, such as wind versus earth, or fire versus water, fight, they can each deal heavy damage to their opponent. They can also receive heavy damage when counterattacked. How annoying. If you get in our way, we'll kill you. Again, the easiest thing to do is to defeat the leader, but I'm going to kinda hope that we don't. And by hope, I mean most of the people are going to be like Ivana, where they're allies and not actually helping you. I don't believe I've shown it off yet, but let's go into the stats right quick. Alphonse is level 2 now, with a strength of 40, intelligence of 28, and agility of 34. He has the current equipment that you see there, and he has those 2 emblems, which are going to be Arbitration and Book of Initiation. Now, the 0 under his portrait is actually his mindset. That will come into play more importantly later as we see things that can affect the mindsets. Ivana, not going to go into her just yet because, well, I don't control her yet. Mullen is a wizard. Not going to go into stats of a wizard just yet because I don't actually have one to control. Now, she is of the lightning element, which is fortunate because lightning does not oppose Alphonse and his water element. However, she has Fireball equipped. I believe that she has 1 thunder and 1 element that opposes whatever element Alphonse is. I think. I could be wrong. It doesn't much matter. Then you have a water-based soldier, and a thunder-based, I believe, archer. Oh, no, that's not the archer. Is this the archer? Well, okay, a soldier with a bow equipped. Not what I meant to do. Let's continue on. Also, in this stage, you have a treasure buried here, a treasure buried here, and a treasure buried here. I'll show what that is in just a moment, but there's something important that you need to know about this particular treasure. This one is always a dragon shield, and you can't collect it yet. It is not available to collect with your current characters. But I will show off one of the treasures by heading down this way. And enemy's turn. Now, I did mention that I actually had a bit of a story to share about Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lodis. And that is, it is one of the rarest games in my collection. Now, fairly easy to figure out why. It's a fairly rare game. There weren't that many carts printed of it. However, there's also another bit of the story there to that. When Knight of Lodis originally came out, I hadn't pre-ordered it, and I was having difficulty finding it in stores, and I had searched everywhere. I had gone to GameStop, I had gone to EB Games, I had gone to, right here. We found a spear, I believe, of some sort. That's interesting. But basically, the treasures that you dig up are random. You don't know what you're going to pick up until you actually dig it up. And the archer is going for, knockback. That can be very dangerous, especially if you are next to a cliff or a wall, because knockback will deal additional damage. Anyway, I had searched also, Best Buy, Sam Goody. I had searched every electronics store that I could think of to find it, and I could not. Spells deal a lot of damage to physical warriors like Ivana and Alphonse because their resistance is not very high. And now you get backup, which is very, very useful, with Richter and an archer named Orson. And you as well. We'll celebrate our reunion after we deal with these rogues. So how did I come across the Knight of Lodis? Well, purely by chance. I was in FYE one day, and I was just searching through MLS. This is after the GBA had been discontinued, after the release of the DS. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to find any good games, but, FYE has this bargain bin. It might be worth looking around in it. And so I looked around in it, and lo and behold, what do I find? Oh, rats. I find the Knight of Lodis in there with a discontinued sticker on it at a reduced price. And the thing is, this game was going for a lot of money on eBay at the time. So I was very, very happy with this find. And that is how I got a hold of this game. And I've been... Now, this is a walkthrough that is going to be as close to 100% as possible. I actually cannot get 100% in this game because several of the items that you can collect require a second player and a second GBA and a link cable. I have a link cable. I personally have 2 GBAs. I do not have 2 copies of this game, and for obvious reasons, I cannot get a second copy of this game. Nor do I know anybody personally who owns this game. Because, like I said, it is an incredibly rare game. So, there are some emblems and some items that I will be unable to retrieve. But I will show how to get any other emblem that I am capable of. I'm also going to be showing 4 of the 5 endings. There's one ending that I will not get because its requirements are kind of ludicrous, being that you actually have to beat the game in under 25 hours. I'm not 100% certain that I can do that. Not because it's hard, but because of how I like to approach this kind of game. Oh, she's going to get a bonus from that being her. Oh, okay, that's not horrible. Still bad, but not horrible. Ivana, I believe you have healing spell, so please heal. Okay, Richter, you have a healing spell, so please... You're not going to. No. To briefly describe the endings without spoiling them, there is the bad end, the good end, the true end, and the canon end. I'll explain more of what I mean by that when I'm in a better point to explain it. Let's go after you, because you're about to die. Come on, AI, make a decision, please. Sometimes it just does that. Just can't seem to make a decision. You're going after Richter rather than back attacking Alphonse. Okay. That's 2 war trophies. Excellent. Mullen, what are you doing? You're getting closer. That's... And sometimes the AI is stupid. Because right there is actually a bad position for the wizard to be in. I mean, yeah, it has its back in a corner, but I can knock it off the cliff if I get a knockback attack. In fact, I think I might actually just show that off. because there is a way to guarantee a knockback attack. I think she's dead. Nope, not quite. Come on, Orson, go after her. Oh, you're going after Mullins, aren't you? Rats. Okay, I didn't get to show that off. I guess this is it for me. And we only got 2 of the war trophies. Oh well. We get a healing leaf and a stone of swiftness. Nice. As well as a thunder flare spell scroll. Nice. So when we get a wizard, that's going to be beneficial. After we were attacked, we boarded a small craft and came to this port, where we spoke to the mayor. The townspeople have been willing to provide information, but not money or soldiers. Are they too cowardly to protect themselves? They take our protection for granted. Since the island was subjugated by the Holy Lodis Empire, Ovis has fallen under the jurisdiction of Fellis. I've heard that some towns still have a grudge against Lodis because of the Reformation. Things probably won't go very smoothly even though this is Lodis territory, but it's also true that Southerners want nothing to do with Vernaculus. They dislike both us and the people of the North. As for the task at hand, our mission is to investigate and resolve the conflict here. According to our information, the number of foreign soldiers and pirates has increased over the last year or 2. We also heard that pirates were spotted here a few days ago, so we hid and waited for their return. Then you showed up. The White Fang troops are under the direct order of the Lord of Vernaculus. He must have some hand in the current problems. The Patrols. They've ruled Vernaculus for generations. Their current lord is Naris. Before inheriting that title, he was the head knight of the White Fang troops. I doubt this is merely a show of power. So have you discovered their intentions? No, I'm not certain of anything yet. They've been acting in small groups. Their leader's a knight, but the rest seems to be disorderly fellows. Maybe bandits. Oddly enough, they've made no demands. They've just been excavating ruins and collecting old books. Well, I doubt they're here merely as historians. What do you estimate their numbers to be? We know little about their strength or true objective, but we do know that the troops which are causing the recent troubles are stationed by the ruins southeast of Naja. Their leader is Nicart Brefont, a knight of Vernaculus. Will you attack them head-on? No. If we attack them directly, the enemy will have the advantage, because they're more familiar with this area. Therefore, my plan is to attack them from the flanks. That way, they'll have their backs to the ocean. I'll go through the forest, and you'll cross Vespa Hill and attack from the west. But we are too few to divide in half. Take this. Some goth, so we have some money now. Prepare your troops using these campaign funds. Enter the ruins while we lure their main force out. Capture the leader and find out their purpose. Alright. And with that, we are now able to organize and enter training and shop. However, for the time being, this is Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.